Hello everyone, I am the storyteller, and I am here to help you today. I know you use this video to fall asleep, so before that, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, where are you from? In a remote village, there was an old abandoned house known as the Gloomy House. Villagers believed it was haunted, as they heard tales of strange lights flickering from its windows at night and men disappearing without a trace. Despite the warnings, a group of friends decided to explore the house, thinking these stories were mere myths. The group consisted of 5 friends: Sammy, Layla, Rami, Fatima, and Adele. On a stormy winter night, they gathered at Sammy's house to share stories about the old home. "I say we should go," Rami exclaimed enthusiastically. "We'll uncover the truth behind those lights." The others hesitated a bit, but Rami's determination was enough to push them into making the decision. They arrived at the house at midnight. The air was dark, and the wind howled through the surrounding trees. Their bones froze with fear, but curiosity drove them forward. They stood in front of the old door, which was unusually ajar. Adele pushed the door open, and they entered. Inside the house, there was a foul smell and dampness. The walls were covered in cobwebs and dust, but what unsettled them the most was the faint light flickering upstairs. "Do you see that?" Layla asked, pointing with her finger. The light danced as if beckoning them closer. They climbed the old staircase, each creak adding to the eerie atmosphere. When they reached the second floor, they found a locked room. "This must be the room where the light is coming from," whispered Sammy. They pushed the door open and found themselves in an empty room, except for an old lamp glowing gently. Suddenly, the lamp began to flicker, and ghostly shadows appeared on the walls. "We need to get out of here," yelled Adele, but the friends found themselves frozen. They couldn't move as the shadows began to take on human forms. The shadows drew closer, and a mysterious whisper filled the room. "Help me! Help me!" The voices rose, clearly coming from the shadows. "They are trapped souls," Fatima said, tears in her eyes. "They need our help." They turned to flee, but the door suddenly slammed shut. They were trapped. The lights flickered wildly, and the shadows of the souls approached them. "What do they want from us?" Sammy shouted. The shadows converged, and a ghostly woman appeared in the center of the room. Her hair was long, and her eyes glowed with light. "You are here because you feel fear," she said in a deep voice. "I am trapped here because of my mistake. I need your help to be freed." "How can we help you?" Rami asked. "You must confront your fears and realize that you are stronger than you think. Only then can I be released." One by one, they began to share their fears. Layla spoke of her fear of failure, and Adele admitted he feared loneliness. Sammy revealed that he was afraid of losing his friends. With each confession, the light began to glow brighter, and the shadows slowly retreated. As they finished their confessions, the light transformed into a powerful beam, bursting the shadows into bright light, releasing joyful cries from the trapped souls. "Thank you," the ghostly woman cried, before fading into the sunlight. After their encounter in the house, the friends returned to their daily lives. But something had changed. They felt a new sense of courage and connection with each other. However, every night, they began to hear whispers in the wind. The whispers grew louder each time the wind howled, as if calling them back to the gloomy house. One evening, Fatima proposed, "What if the spirits are trying to communicate with us? Maybe they need us again." The others agreed, realizing that their experience was far from over. They decided to gather once more at the gloomy house to uncover the meaning behind the whispers. Under the pale moonlight, the group returned to the gloomy house, determined to confront whatever awaited them. This time, they felt more prepared. As they approached the front door, they noticed that the air was heavy with an unusual energy, and the familiar flickering light from the upstairs window beckoned them once more. Inside, the atmosphere was tense, charged with anticipation. They gathered in the same room where they had faced the spirits before. The lamp flickered to life, illuminating the darkness. Suddenly, the whispers grew louder, echoing off the walls. "Help us! Help us!" As they listened closely, they realized that the whispers were guiding them to search for something hidden within the house. "We need to find out what they want from us," said Sammy. They began to search the room, moving furniture and inspecting the corners. Eventually, they discovered a hidden trapdoor beneath a tattered rug. With a deep breath, they opened it, revealing a narrow staircase leading down into darkness. "Should we go down?" asked Rami, his voice trembling. The others nodded, their curiosity outweighing their fear. They descended the staircase, the air growing colder with each step. At the bottom, they found a small, dimly lit cellar filled with old objects and dusty books. In the center of the room lay a weathered journal. Fatima picked it up, and as she opened it, the whispers intensified, urging them to read. The journal revealed the tragic story of the woman they had encountered, named Ilara. She had lived in the house long ago and had been wrongfully accused of witchcraft. Her spirit, along with others, had been trapped there due to the fear and anger that surrounded her death. "Now we understand," said Layla, her voice steady. "Ilara needs us to clear her name." They decided to hold a ritual to honor her memory and release the trapped souls once and for all. Together, they recited a heartfelt apology and shared their own stories of fear and forgiveness. As they finished, the atmosphere shifted. The room filled with a warm light, and the spirits began to emerge from the shadows, smiling gratefully. Ilara appeared once more, her expression peaceful. "Thank you for believing in me," she said softly. "You have freed us all." With that, the spirits ascended into the light, leaving behind a sense of calm and closure. The friends stood in awe, knowing they had completed their mission. They left the gloomy house, their hearts lighter, knowing they had transformed fear into understanding and compassion. The friends emerged from the house as the sky began to lighten. They knew they had overcome something profound, and that they were stronger together. Since that night, there were no more strange lights from the gloomy house, and it became a place where stories were told about the friends who faced their fears and saved the souls. From that day on, the house turned into a site for visitors eager to hear tales of bravery. That night in the gloomy house became a pivotal moment in their lives, reminding them that confronting fears can free souls and bring peace.